What is up, guys? It's Sky, and did you guys hear? They're nerfing the trench fighter in the CTE. DICE is also buffing the damage from anti-air turrets against all planes. I think that for the general Battlefield 1 community, this is a welcome change, and it's more than 100% likely that you'll see this implemented in the full retail version probably within a month or so, as DICE has made the initiative to patch Battlefield 1 in monthly installments instead of the seasonal installments that we've been used to. In my opinion, these are all good things. In the gameplay, you see a 106 kill round of operations on Foul Fortress, where I played on the defending team and I ran the trench fighter, relegated the attacking team to their deployment for pretty much the entirety of the round. I really avoid jumping on operations, at least in planes, because it's a pretty imbalanced mode. Air superiority pretty much dominates this mode. I personally like having my skills tested and challenged every time I jump into a game. I really don't like shooting fish in a barrel. I feel like that's pretty much what operations is in a trench fighter. I did, however, want to get a 100+ kill round of operations in before they nerfed the trench fighter. So, bucket listed. Here's how I look at it. You got 3 different types of planes in Battlefield 1, and you have the counter, which is basically the anti-air turret. It's a tough balancing act. In all honesty, right now, it is imbalanced. The trench fighter is the fighter to rule them all, or rather, the plane to rule them all. You can't do anything against armor, but you can very easily kill people off of the AA turrets. You don't even have to be a good dogfighter, you just have to be the best dogfighter on the server. You'll never be shot down. The fact that you can't do anything against armor is pretty much moot because you can just mow down squads and squads of infantry. A slight nerf in the effectiveness of the rank-in darts is called for, and DICE is going to do that by increasing the cooldown slightly, decreasing the blast radius and damage. I don't really jump on CTE. I've seen posts on Reddit saying that you have to release the darts from a lot closer to the ground now. It used to be that you can get 4 pieces and 5 pieces by kind of spreading the darts out into a clumped up group of infantry. We'll have to wait and see when the patch goes live in retail exactly how much that the rank-in darts were nerfed. Now, nerfing the trench fighter is all well and good because I get that, but at the same time, buffing the A8 turrets, it throws a big monkey wrench into the rock, paper, scissors balance of the planes in this game. Even as it stands now, especially in Conquest, when people can just jump on turrets at will, not only that, but multiple turrets spread throughout the map. And a map like Monte Grappa is the worst, where you can jump on a turret in your team's deployment and cover half the map. This becomes an issue for attack planes and bombers. As it stands now, for you to stay up in a bomber, you need a teammate in either the trench fighter or the ground support attack plane to take people off the AA turrets. And even then, if the map is really clustered and people are just hopping on all the AAs, really only the trench fighter is able to stay up and counter that. That's about to be made a little bit worse with the buff to the AA turrets damage. We'll have to wait and see though, because the last time DICE actually nerfed the AA turrets, the splash damage really had no impact. At least not to the damage of the AA turrets. The getting rid of the plane shake made the biggest difference. I thought that kind of brought them more in line, made them more in balance, because you need to be able to take the AA turrets out with the ground support attack plane. The trench fighter can't be the only plane that can reliably counter the AAs. So getting back to the rock, paper, scissors nature of the gameplay in Battlefield 1, specifically as it relates to the planes. One of the reasons that anyone does anything in an online shooter is to do well. You run the loadout that's going to let you do the best that you can. There's quite a number of metrics for measuring how well you're doing. You have kill-death ratio, you have win-loss, you also have score per minute. Those are the things that are the most visible, but then you have other metrics that aren't as easy to measure and aren't as apparent. Dogfighting skill is one of them. There's really no number or metric in the game that measures dogfighting skill. Then you have other contributions like destroying vehicles. If you're running the tank hunter loadout or the barrage bomber loadout, and you kill a heavy tank that's pushing an objective, then you're contributing a lot to the team. The trench fighter nerf is a given because you can't have an air-to-air loadout that's also just as effective at air-to-ground as any other loadout in the game. The tank hunter attack plane also needs to have a little bit of additional stopping power against infantry. Really, if you nail a tank hunter shell somewhere near a ground troop, then it should be able to kill them with splash damage. At the end of the day, a player needs to be able to take any plane loadout in the game with enough skill, contribute equally as much as another player running any other plane loadout. I think that the score for shooting down enemy planes needs to be increased. then maybe you could nerf the nose cannon on the trench fighter. That would give people a reason to run the bomber killer and the dogfighter loadout. In any event, I will say this though, DICE handled planes in Battlefield 1 a lot better than they handled jets in Battlefield 4. All in all, a trench fighter nerf is good, but DICE still has a long way to go. Hopefully they don't do the planes in Battlefield 1 what they did to the jets in Battlefield 4. There's really no point in flying in Battlefield 4. Anyways guys, hope you enjoyed the highlights from that gameplay. We'll see about the trench fighter when the patch goes live in retail in a month or so. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you later.